You can just
Okay, welcome everyone. Thank you so much for joining. So today is our wellness hour with the Tao Calligraphy. It's our intro to our Tao Calligraphy Healing Field session. And for those of you who may not be familiar with me, I know all of you here are, but this will also be, on our YouTube channel and something that maybe you can share with others who may be interested. These series are, a time where we wanted to serve our community. And we have myself, for those of you who may be aware, I am a psychologist by profession. And I am also a Tao calligraphy teacher and practitioner, as well as a master teacher with the Tao Academy. And we have learned many wonderfully unique and powerful ways to heal and transform. And so with these sessions, we wanted to share perhaps a little bit about our profession and integrate some of our professional knowledge, as well as the powerful tools that we've learned that can maybe accelerate our healing and transformation so you can move forward on your wellness journey. So today, get started. I thought that we would connect with the topic of mindsets and the importance of mindsets, and we'll be doing a practice with that, and learn about how Tao calligraphy and the Tao calligraphy healing field can help us to transform our mindsets to be more positive and powerful to accelerate our healing and transformation process. So we will get the opportunity to meditate with the Tao calligraphy healing field. So for those of you who are not familiar, you can let me know. Most of you here are, but I could re-explain, or you can also watch some of our earlier videos from our past sessions for that introduction. So I wanted to share, let me just close this off so you can see. So I wanted to talk a little bit about what mindsets are. And generally, they have different, I'll share this later. Sorry about that. Let me just, I'm going to put myself on. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, mom's on. Okay, sorry. Okay, so some technology going on. So, mindsets. The definition are like some of the ways that we think about the world. And there is a psychologist whose name is Carol Dweck, and she had come up with this fixed mindsets versus growth mindsets. So how many of you have heard of those terms, fixed mindset versus growth mindset? You could either raise your hand or put your little thing, or is this new to some of you? I'm just kind of curious as to where we are with that. Okay. So for those of you who are not familiar, it's really popular in the educational field, and they really train maybe teachers and parents how to move their children from like a fixed mindset, which is a more limiting type of mindset, to a more growth mindset. And in developing this theory, it's not just one or the other, it's kind of a continuum. But there are some research I just wanted to share that this is, backed by research in terms of how a growth mindset has been linked to a range of benefits for students. And this including improved mental health, decreased stress, improved academic achievement. And that growth-minded individuals tend to view mistakes as opportunities to learn and grow. So it's really helping to empower them and not kind of limit themselves. And, there's been some other actually studies in China and the Eastern countries like Japan, Korea, China. But this one in particular was with a Chinese university, and even for university students, their findings suggest that growth mindsets, those individuals with growth mindsets are less prone to mental health problems than individuals with a fixed mindset. So they found that study. So it's become sort of a protective and resilient factor that it would, in helping us to move towards wellness, it can kind of affect how we think about things, the mindset that we have about if we can heal, how we can heal, our openness to different types of supports can really play a factor in our wellness. So I just wanted to kind of mention a couple of the studies there. And this is a big chart, right? So you may not see it. Don't worry about seeing it or reading it. I just wanted to show you that the mindsets can cover a lot of different areas. And this is where it's not just fixed or growth, okay? It's a continuum, right? And in any of these areas, you can be at different areas of this continuum and at different times in your life. So it's not like I either have a fixed mindset or a growth mindset, depending on where we are at that time or in different areas, we can shift, right? And this can cover how we deal with challenge, how we deal with encountering difficulty or obstacles. So, some of us may be going through some maybe life challenges, whether it's some health issues or a situation that happened to us, some loss, that you've experienced. This also covers how then with our mindsets can affect our effort, right? The degree of effort. We have our ability to integrate and take in feedback or criticism, as well as how we feel about success and success of others around us, the comparisons and how we view, perceive people and feelings about maybe if their accomplishments. Also about this one, making mistakes, how we view, making mistakes. Is it negative? Is it positive? And the last I wanted to mention was, it doesn't fit on this chart. It was effort was actually about supports. So I was going to just mention it in terms of asking and offering help or support and how our views of it are and how it can affect our wellness. Okay, so for any of those areas, you might be interested, and if you are interested, we can create more classes or I can work with you to kind of look over the area that you're in and where you can move forward. But just in terms of this mindset, in terms of wellness, how we think about supports can affect how much we can heal, transform, and recover. And so when we are more towards the fixed end of this continuum, this one here is about worldview, and this is about how we perceive supports, right? So in the fixed view, we may turn down help and support. And I've seen that, many times we may have something that can help and support. We're introducing Tao Calligraphy in the Tao Calligraphy healing field. And someone with a maybe more fixed mindset might say, I don't know what that is. I don't think it'll help. No, thank you. Right. And we've gotten that many times, and we're not judging it. This is just to kind of see where we might be in this continuing, where we can improve and how the pathway that can lead us to greater wellness, right? The low growth is that we might tolerate some help, and he says, okay, maybe I might, except you can help me. They let you maybe, help them out, or they're willing to receive some support. The mixed growth is where we do accept help, and so we sometimes maybe accept help, sometimes we may not, or we may accept help in certain areas of our life and not others. Okay. The growth mindset is a bit more consistent. and we are able to receive help and support, feedback, and we recognize that it's helpful or desirable to grow and improve, that this can be something that can help us move us to the next level, and since we're talking about wellness, think about something that you want in your life that you want to grow and improve, right? And sometimes we may be limited. So for example, we want to many of you are great practitioners or servants, and you want to serve, but you say, oh, I can't do that, fixed, rather than, I can kind of learn and grow, or I want to be challenged, which is the high growth, right? We actually seek out help, we seek out support from specialized sources, and we kind of more welcome the challenge. In another, I saw another chart where besides the growth mindset, they call it the innovators mindset, that they really like challenges, and these hardships really actually motivate, invigorate them, and they become more enthused about, this helps me become a better person or moves me forward in what I want to accomplish. So if you have any questions, let me know. I'm just kind of doing one area of the continuum. And I just want you to take your time right now to kind of look within and look at what you want to heal and transform in your life, whether it's health, relationships, finances, any aspect of life. Okay, so you can close your eyes and just think, is there an area that I want to improve that brought me to this wellness program today? Okay, and because all of you came here, you know that you are the type that you will accept the health. So you probably are not in that, fixed one where, no, I'm not going to get any help. You're here, so you're open to receive something. But we may be at different parts of the spectrum or the continuum, and just kind of notice where you are and where you want to be, or where you might be at the high level and you want to stay there consistently in different aspects of your life. Okay, so just think about where you are and what you want to transform, and how many of you are at the optimal place where you're at the high growth mindset that you feel. Okay, I don't see hands up. How many of you are somewhere in between the continuum? And you can also put the little hand thing on the, I think there's like a reactions thing. How many of you are in the middle? Okay, I see one hand. So other people, it would be lovely to get some feedback, to just check in. But, we're usually on different things at different areas, right? So think about where you want to get the healing and transformation. And we're going to kind of see if there are any mindsets or even beliefs or judgments that might be holding us back from moving to the next step of our wellness journey. Okay, so I invite you to kind of think about what you want to do. And if you want to chat down, like maybe if there's an area that you're working on, whether it's health, relationships, finances, or any aspect of your life, maybe kind of note that down, because then we can maybe tailor some of these exercises that we'll do today to help you move through that. Okay, so, or you can unmute if you cannot write in the chat. Okay, great, Brittany, thank you. So Brittany mentioned, I feel I'm towards high growth mindset in many areas. I want to grow and improve and seek guidance from experts. Wonderful. Congratulations, Brittany, because that really, with that type of high growth mindset, it kind of allows ourselves to be open to move forward, right? And to not be afraid of seeking supports and resources that can move us forward. We don't feel like we have to do everything ourselves, that we have to do it. So congratulations, Brittany. And does everyone have an area that they would like to work on, like that brought them to the wellness, like whether health, finances or that you want to focus today's session on? So maybe you can kind of comment in the chat what areas, or you can just unmute. How's everyone doing? Well, welcome those who just joined. Anyone want to share? Oh, great. Okay. Is everyone following me along? I just want to make sure you folks are following along with me.
I think many of them are interested, they come here for health purposes. Maybe they're not willing to write it down. Okay. However, I think they can really feel inside of their soul. Maybe it's really not only physical health, but also emotional,
Yes, it could be health, because as we talked earlier, the mindsets affect our mental health, right? And our mental health also, as we know, can affect our physical health, how we think. And so it could be like a mental health, emotional wellness, even spiritual growth. Brittany mentioned devoting time to your service business. Wonderful. So that it's like an area that you maybe want to move forward in your service. So great. So we're going to be introducing, so many of you already know about Tao Calligraphy and the Tao Calligraphy healing field. And this is a tool that we have used in many ways to kind of help to transform some of these mindsets. So for me, working in my profession with my day job as a psychologist, I may not always introduce Tao calligraphy or do the practices, but I might introduce these concepts and how people can move along the continuum so they can heal and transform. And sometimes when I'm working with some, there may be some what we might call interferences or some blocks to move forward. So they might want to have a high growth mindset, but there might be just things, experiences that they've had or messages that they've heard that limited them, that didn't feel that they can heal and transform, or they're not worthy to heal and transform, or any type of other messages. They might have these judgments about themselves. So with traditional psychology, we can work like with cognitive therapy to help identify them, to help them learn new language, and to help them, know themselves so they can know their strengths, so they can move forward and know that they can heal and feel positive that they can heal and transform. And sometimes it's challenging. It can take a while, right, for us to transform. We might want to think differently or feel differently, but we just might not in that moment. But what Tao calligraphy can do is that it is a modality that carries a high frequency and vibration and a positive message, that with that frequency, vibration, and positive message can help to start clearing up some of those interferences or blockages that we might be holding, that can then help one move forward faster. So I have actually, as I may have mentioned in a previous session, worked with a few students, clients that, we would use a more traditional modality. And sometimes we come with a block. Like they just say, I can't do it. I just feel stuck. This is how I feel. And they may have been really open, like their heart is open. They may be on the higher end of the growth mindset, open for supports, trying something different. And they say, oh, yes, I'll try this. I don't know what that is, but I'm going to try it. And I would open up the field for them. At that time, I actually brought it to the office with me, the calligraphy. And the Tao calligraphy, the field would shift. And all of a sudden, there would be some movement. And their thinking started changing. For some of them who are very sensitive, they could imagine or feel like some light coming in, and then they could naturally process through some of the blockages that they felt. And so for me, that really reinforced the power of using additional tools, modalities, and techniques to transform, heal. And so I believe all of you may be here, may be already familiar with Tao Calligraphy. And so if you are not familiar with Tao Calligraphy, we do have some videos. Last week, Chemi shared a video about Tao Calligraphy, the law of Shen, Qi, and Jing, which is soul, heart, mind, energy, and matter, and the pathway, and how that can shift, and that can be represented in the Tao Calligraphy to help heal and transform, because it carries high-level messages that can clear the blockages. So let's practice, okay? So for those of you who have in your mind identified area that they want to work on, and I think when we started this month, it could be something that maybe you if you're here for our first session or a previous session, something you were working on before, because every time you connect with it and address it, there can be more blockages or interferences cleared. But you might have been processed that or healed that. So you can choose something that is, you're working on right now. So Brittany kind of mentioned what she's working on, kind of working to devote time for her service business, kind of taking that service business to the next level, and maybe reinforce some of the positive mindsets that she might already have. But there might be some other things on the other parts of the chart, as we mentioned, that could also, benefit from that continual shifting. So I invite you to kind of think about, feel what you're working on, and notice in your body where you might be challenged. So if it is a health condition, you might know it's a certain part of your body. So you can put your mind there. If you are working on like relationships, you could connect and put your mind like in your lower abdomen area, or for those of you, most of you are, advanced students, your first chakra area, the root chakra, is in the base of your torso, at the bottom of your, torso, or your heart area, okay, your heart center area. So you could put your one hand there. So let's just kind of go over I think I have the chart for our techniques. And I think for some of us, we introduced the mind power, I think the last time I spoke, but I think Chemi and my mom also I'll also introduce these power techniques. Okay, so your body power, you can just put your body in one area of your lower abdomen or your heart. For your soul power, it's connecting. Okay, so with positive information, it's about connection, about being in harmony and allowing things to be in order. And the soul power helps us to connect. So when we connect, we could do it simply as, dear my soul, heart, mind, and body, you have the power to heal and transform. And think about your request. And you can just say, do a good job. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're also going to connect to, dear the Tao Calligraphy healing field. We love you, honor you, and appreciate you. You have the, please heal, transform, bless my request as appropriate. Okay, so you can just say that. For those of you who have additional like Tao treasures, spiritual fathers and mothers that you want to connect with, you can also invite them in. Okay. And with our mind power, which we reviewed previously, that is creative visualization. I want you to really use the power of your creative visualization in your mind to visualize light from the Tao Calligraphy field and to that part of your body. And because we are also working on mindsets to transform any mindsets or blockages that might be interfering with our healing and transformation, Some of you might have it in your mind area. You can imagine a light coming in to help you move towards a high growth mindset, right? That I can heal. I can receive this help. I'm so grateful to do so. Okay. Rather than questioning, I don't know if this is going to work. Okay. If you have that, don't judge it. If like, oh, I don't know what she's talking about, or like, I don't know if this is going to work, all of these things. If you have those things come up, just notice them. Notice where there might be, hiding or being stored in your body. And you're going to imagine the light just radiating into that. Okay. So similar to one of the exercises we did the last time. And if you weren't there, then I think it is on the playlist. You can also go back to learn more about that mind power and that creative visualization exercise we did. Sound power is using the use of sacred sounds that carry high frequency vibration and messages. I may play some music, or I might just say some words, a positive message from the calligraphy that we're using. And for those of you who are familiar with breath power, breath power is actually an advanced power. So basically, as we start, you can just kind of inhale through your nose, breathe it into your lower abdomen, expanding your lower abdomen. And you just want to breathe smoothly, evenly, naturally, because just each of these powers by itself can be very beneficial. Okay. So we went like mind power one session, and you may have used the other powers in other sessions. And the breath power, to just train yourself to breathe with your lower abdomen area, can just be very calming and also beneficial. The Tao Calligraphy tracing power is using your 5 fingers or your lower dan. Some of you are familiar using that, your lower abdomen area, to trace the calligraphy. So for those of you who are familiar with this, you can go ahead and do this. This will take place of your body power. Okay. But if you're not used to or comfortable with this, that's fine. We will still do the exercise. Okay. And again, for those of you who are not familiar with Tao calligraphy, it is a revolutionary healing art based on the one-stroke writing that our teacher, Master Sha, learned from his teacher, Professor Lee Chu-yun. And because of Master Sha's lifelong training and mastery of like various philosophies, healing arts, spiritual practices, he's developed this Ibitsu writing to Tao calligraphy, which is a special oneness writing that carries this positive and pure essence, frequency, and vibration to the calligraphy, which can then help to transform and clear our blockages with this pure positive vibrational field, okay? And can bring that message of well-being and sense of oneness, connection, okay? So again, just reiterating that high frequency field of positive information, energy, and matter. And that's what I want you to imagine as we connect. And again, really use the power of feeling your heart. So let's connect. I'm going to have you connect with this field right now. We have 3 messages. Da-I in the middle, greatest love. Greatest forgiveness is Da Quan Shu. And Da He She is greatest harmony. So we have greatest love, greatest forgiveness, and greatest harmony. So have you connect with the message that you resonate with for you at this time. Greatest love melts. There's a saying, greatest love melts all blockages, purifies your heart and soul. And your heart also is connected with your head, so your thoughts. So to purify your thoughts or your mindsets, we go through the heart. So this could be for those of you who have thought, I'm not sure where I am on the mindset continuum chart, but I know there are some areas that I can be more positive and move towards more growth mindset, higher growth mindset, rather than limited, or fixed mindset. Da Kuan Shu is greatest forgiveness. And greatest forgiveness is known to bring inner joy, inner peace, to bring love, peace, and harmony. So, some of you are feeling like, I need more joy in my life. I want to feel more peaceful. Da Kuan Shu is a wonderful calligraphy for that. Okay. And Da He She, secret of success. 3 hearts joined together. This is a secret of success. And the 3 hearts could be 3 people with the same heart, if you're on a team or with relationships. It could be your soul, heart, mind, and body. Or for those of you who have spiritual inclinations, people talk about, heaven, human, Mother Earth, or the Trinity, 3 hearts. It's just a number that symbolizes a unity or oneness. But with greatest harmony, we are getting back into alignment. We are reconnecting with these positive messages and putting ourselves back in order so we can receive healing and more positive transformation. So I'm just going to have you connect with the field, and you can start by just kind of meditating, and you can just kind of close your eyes. I want you to open up your heart, be connected with the field. You can reconnect and imagine with your mind power, this love and light coming in from 360 degrees around you. And imagine this positive, pure message, frequency, and vibration that carries this greatest love, purifying us, healing, transforming us. This light of greatest forgiveness, bringing peace and joy to our hearts and souls, bringing love, peace, and harmony to our requests. In greatest harmony, harmonizing the secret of success. So feeling your business success or success in your healing of your condition or the prevention of, something that you might be worried about. Or the maintenance, like you're feeling good, I want to maintain this level of health, being successful in maintaining good health. Or positive relationships. This is a good one for relationships as well. So I want you to really use I didn't mention it in the power techniques. There's another power, the heart power. Heart is known as the receiver, resonator. And imagine this light going into your heart, clearing any messages that might be interfering with you receiving this high frequency and positive love and light. For those of you who are working on that mindset blockages, all of us have these blockages. I'll just say, in my experience, we all have some to some degree, but we might not be aware of them. So even if you're not aware of them, you can just say, wherever it might be, transform them so I can move through greater healing and transformation. And you can allow it to go into your heart area. And again, you can just notice by thinking about your request, how confident are you that you will be healed or that you can transform, and to what level? Okay, so that might be an indicator of how, where you might be on the continuum. Or you might feel like, yes, I am on the high growth, but then my body, when I think about the transformation, of like a successful business or in good health, that I'm happy and I'm, like dancing or jogging or whatnot, how confident really am I? Like, am I holding some limiting mindsets that may be interfering with my healing and health progress and transformation? And notice it in your body, because your body will carry that information from your mindsets. So if you can really connect to your body and notice, where am I holding these mindset information? And feel this light coming in to transform and move you up that continuum to the higher and higher growth mindset for your area. For those of you who want to trace, you can trace. I'm going to just play some music, and this will be our sound power. And I'll be playing whatever is on my, whatever is playing on my CD player right now. It's Master Shah. Okay. I believe this is Greatest Forgiveness. This is Tao Shu, Greatest Forgiveness CD that I have in my background. So when you hear his voice, imagine that from his voice and from this is also supporting our field and positive messages. And imagine that it's just kind of coming to clear that area within your body that you need. So continue to bring in that message. If any thoughts come up, just allow them to release and focus your mind back on the field, imagining this love, forgiveness, harmony, this light coming in to support you. Imagine that it's being absorbed through the pores of your skin, just radiating in, or as you're inhaling from your nose, bringing in this love and light. Feel your body like a sponge, just soaking up this positive message, frequency and vibration, transforming any limiting mindsets, any interferences or blockages.
with me. Love, peace, harmony. Love, peace, harmony. Love, peace, harmony. Love, peace, harmony. I forgive you, you forgive me. Love, peace, harmony. Love, peace, harmony. Love, peace, harmony. Love, peace, harmony. I forgive you, you forgive me. Love, peace, harmony. Love, peace, harmony. Love, peace, harmony. Love, peace, harmony. 我原谅你，你原谅我，相爱平安和谐，相爱平安和谐，相爱平安和谐，相爱平安和谐。
So continue to just stay connected with the field. And just do a check-in to see how you're feeling, how your body is feeling. Notice if you were able to feel some of the interferences or blockages releasing or moving. I know for me, my kinks in my neck were clearing. And I wanted to have the opportunity, we do have a few minutes left, if there's anyone in the chat or want to share or they're wanting a bit more support, you know, I just want to check in to see where people are. Okay, sorry about that. Okay. How many of you may have like that felt things shifting for you or had any movement? So we have one. Anyone was just the same or got worse? I don't see any. So those of you who are kind of new to the Zoom too, or there's like a button on the bottom, reactions. So even if you don't, you know, you're welcome to open up your camera, but if you don't feel comfortable, I know sometimes it's almost bedtime for some of us. There's a reactions thing with a happy face, and there's a thing that you can put thumbs up, clap, heart. I think raise hand. You can raise hand so that you can also raise your hand there too, just so I know that you're with me. Brittany mentioned I feel more positive, calm, and confident. Congratulations, great, Brittany. Were you able to maybe notice anything shifts in your body with that? Like the feeling in your body? For me, you know, Brittany mentioned about the service, and we were all in like a business training, you know, this past few days. And so I kind of connected to that too. And I could feel my mindsets and blocks. Like there's a part of me that believes I can do it, and I believe all this was in the chart, right? But in my body, I could feel that there was some information stuck that was blocking me from seeing and believing this big, wonderful, successful picture of a business that that we're hoping for, or even coming up with that visual. So, and I could feel it like in my, actually my throat area. Oh, throat is service area too. So it all has messages for us. And now I just feel it cleared. And for some of you who are familiar with the sacred liquid, this is like a nourishing liquid that where our mouth is moist, and we would say that it's like heaven and Mother Earth nourishing us. And when we were doing that, I could feel that come right in when I was doing that practice. So for me, which is why I just love Tao calligraphy, and I promote Tao calligraphy whenever anyone gives me the opportunity, because I can feel it, I can experience the shift. Brittany mentioned I feel less tense or stiff in my body. Great, congratulations, Brittany. Was there anyone who needed more help or support? Because they may be more, because sometimes when we connect with the field, we do like a purification or detox, so to speak. So we might feel more pains or maybe emotional. So we might go to have a more positive mindset. But then all these negative thoughts come up and we become more negative. It seems like we might be going down the continuum, right? That is actually common. Okay, so not to be afraid. What it is, it's just all of these information that is coming up because it no longer serves you. So the field is clearing up that information or that emotion. So what we do in those situations is usually we might have to stay in a little bit longer, or sometimes we may need another level of service or support to help clear that out. Just like my story, that when I'm working with certain students or clients and we do a practice, and they make some progress, but some might feel blocked and it doesn't move, I bring in the service of the field to help support. So that's one level of service. But we also have additional services that can support and clear it a bit quicker. And some of you, I think all of you here probably have experienced it, whether it's the Tao Golden Light Balls or Tao Golden Good Springs or Crown Chakra Blessing or Tao Calligraphy Writing Blessing. Anyone? Great, right. Oh, thank you, Tamara. Tamara, welcome, everyone. Does anyone need extra support that would like to get a bit more support from our group tonight so we can also serve each other?
I'd like to just mention about support. The other day I just felt like something that just came on, and all of a sudden you don't feel right. And then, but I'm in the field many times and I have a lot of calligraphies and I'm tracing, but I do have a friend that said she's going to support me. And do you know, I really felt unwell. It came like I'm feeling good and boom, all of a sudden it happens. And then the support comes and is tracing for me and, helping me with my condition. And in like maybe just half hour, even after, I just felt like nothing happened. So I can really feel the power of Tao calligraphy tracing, Tao calligraphy chanting, Tao calligraphy breathing, all the things that we did, because I'm telling you, it's just, it's like unbelievable. It is beyond my comprehension, but I do know the power of it. And maybe it's because, as you said, when you truly believe that everything's going to be okay, it does happen. Yeah. I'm so grateful to the person who supported me in healing. So as Laurie is saying, do any of you need support? I would, if any of you here going through some difficulty or challenges, we're here. We are a family, a spiritual family that supports each other, and just take it. Just write it down or unmute yourself if you do need support, and we will be here to serve you.
Wonderful. Auntie Betty wrote, I think Tamara also wrote too. So we can maybe see how Tamara is feeling today. She said, me too. Yesterday I felt myself being negative and unreasonable, but I'm better today. Congratulations. Yay, Tamara. And Auntie Betty said, going through many health issues right now, but right now as in all in the Tao Calligraphy Healing Field and all the Tao Calligraphy Healing Field sessions, I always feel calmer and relaxed in the field, and that helps with my problems. Thank you. Mindset Continuum chart helped a lot tonight in understanding myself more. So I'm glad that that helped, because it helps me too, and it helped my daughter. I'm glad that she had someone to teach her that chart. It wasn't me, but it helped her, kind of overcome some of the things. And as Mom said, she talked about when you believe, it does help. Our heart is open, and there is research on the placebo and nocebo effect, right? People who with the placebo effect, I remember thinking, oh, I hope I want to believe, because it works 1/3 of the time, and just by believing, even if it's not, like a sugar pill, right? But we who have really experienced the Tao Calligraphy Healing Field, we actually know it works. I mean, in our heart, it works, right? But people who don't know, but if you open your heart to it, it just helps more, because you're not creating that blockage, right? The mindset, the limited mindset limits what we can receive, right? So, Brittany, love the chart. I can show you where you can get it. I just screenshot it. It's, I think I have like the source of where I got that chart from. And I'd be happy to share that with you later. So how about, we have a few minutes. I don't know how Tamara is feeling today, but if Tamara and Auntie Betty want some support, because as my mom says, sometimes when we are going through our challenges, and even though we know the tools, like, I'm going to change my mindset, or I do have a Tao calligraphy I can trace, or you might be a practitioner, it might be really hard, right? And having the extra support really helps. I reach out for help all the time too. And right, we do want to move towards that spectrum of high growth, which means that we're so open to receiving help and support, and we know specialized support can help us. So if Tamara or Auntie Betty is open to receiving, we'd be happy to support them with the field. Are you folks okay?
I feel good, but I wouldn't turn anything down.
Okay, wonderful. Extra support to Tamara. Great. So why don't we just connect back with the field for a few more minutes? I know it's the end of the time. Oh, okay. So, and Brittany mentioned her granddaughter. Oh, her granddaughter going through something. So let's call in Brittany's granddaughter. And we're gonna connect with, okay, since we'll do Dakwon-shu. The music is playing, and we can do forgiveness. I find that we can do forgiveness on behalf of those that we've called in. Tamara, if Auntie Betty says okay, and for Brittany's granddaughter. So let's just connect. Dear the field, please support them as appropriate. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And those of you who are advanced students, you can silently do a more thorough invocation or connection, more thorough soul power. You can turn on whatever treasures that might be appropriate and helpful to support the field. And also do forgiveness on their behalf. I find that that's really helpful. I really appreciate when others also support me in my forgiveness practices. So we can also do that at this time. For those of you who know the pathway, you can trace. If not, you can just imagine the light of this field is going to those that we've called in, Brittany's granddaughter, Auntie Betty, and Tamara, for their requests, just to kind of support. Okay. Oh, here. Just see them just filled with light. And as you kind of feel them in light, you are also, those of us who are serving them and giving them our love and well wishes, and maybe tracing or sending blessings to them as appropriate. Also know that you are in the field, so you are also very protected, and you are also being served and supported as well. And that love and light kind of comes through so you are also receiving. So continue to kind of send that a few more moments to Brittany's granddaughter, Auntie Betty, to Tamara. Feel this love and light. We're also connecting with all of the treasures that they have. We're chanting for them. Great. Let me say thank you, thank you, thank you. So, I just wanted to connect. Hopefully, maybe you can share in the chat, or if anybody wants to unmute to see how that felt, or if anybody saw anything for any of them, the information that could be helpful, please also feel free to share. And I know we only have a couple minutes left, but thank you, Brittany. She's mentioning, so, with we really believe in having this powerful community to support us, Greatest Harmony. And so some of the next steps that you might want to do, no matter where you are, if you're feeling better, if you're not feeling better and you're concerned, please contact us. I think all of you on the live right now have our contact information, and those of you who are watching the video, there should be the contact information on the description. But for all of us, we can continue to notice our mindsets and how they might influence our healing and transformation process, or our goals. Like if we have, we want to create that beautiful service business that, Brittany wants to create, how our mindsets might be affecting us. And, we had that chart, and I wasn't able, due to time, to go through everything. But if people are interested, they can, you can see me for private sessions and we can go over that. Doing regular practices to transform mindsets, right? And negative information. It could be going into the field, coming back here every Thursdays. We also have some other opportunities that with the Love, Peace, Harmony sessions. And also we do have our group practice where we do offer support to people, and you have the field for 1 hour as well. We might not do so much of the tips and the intro things in that session. We already know that you might know what the field is, so we can go right into the practices, so you really can have more time with the calligraphies, because as we know, as we move towards a higher growth mindset, we know that this specialized information that we get and the specialized frequency and vibration can really move us along. So again, the third one is to seek support. So if you need more than just, you're maybe in the group program but need extra support, we are here to also help you as well to progress further on your wellness journey. So these are the wellness opportunities that we have. Some of you already know about our complimentary classes in the Love, Peace, Harmony field with my mother on Mondays and myself on Tuesdays, I believe. And the group monthly wellness program with the Tao Calligraphy healing field. This is what we are calling now our Satori family wellness program. And with this program, we're also adding additional support. So those who are in this program and considered and are members of this program, we're adding our compassionate care service, which is for those of you who may be going through, extra rough times or challenging times. You can contact us, just like my mother, called someone. We can call and get the team to chant for you, to support you. Sometimes people have some even physical things that they, living by themselves might need some extra care and attention. those maybe who are, have experienced losses. We can, for those of them feel comfortable, we do a practice that we really, chant for the soul of the one that passed, to kind of give them our love and comfort. And those of you who are, connected with that wisdom, or that practice, or comfortable with that, we can support there. We're also adding with the group monthly wellness program a gratitude lotus that we give on behalf of each member, that we offer in your name, where those who fall, we have a special thing that we are doing to give a love and gratitude, and that gets also in a special ceremony, and your name is connected with that on your behalf. So we are adding more things to that membership program. We also have the individual wellness program that comes actually with the Tao Calligraphy group program, but you also have additional individual sessions, as we know many of us, as we want to move further in our wellness journey, or our goals, may need that extra support to help to clear the deeper interference or blockages, and make the shifts. And we were in, I talked about its business training today, and that was what they highly emphasize. And even in my practice, I know that just one session or even once a week can be challenging, but with that individualized support, you can really move forward and progress, much faster, right? You don't have to stay in that, limited, where you feel you have to do everything yourself. You can be open to receive support. So we'll be happy to support you with that. And you can go here, our website, satorifamilywellnesscenter.com, for more information. So thank you, everyone, for supporting. I thank you for staying a few more minutes extra. Thank you, Brittany. She has Let Humility Bless Your Life, the March monthly workshop with my mom, Annette. She gives wonderful workshops. And so the information is there. And that's another way that you can receive support to help you with your transformation. And thank you for that. Oh, thank you. Tamara said, thank you. I felt very supported. Yes, all of you, I did feel so much light coming in. Brittany put down the other membership offerings. So thank you, everyone. I appreciate you staying on just a few more minutes for those announcements. And let us just close by just closing your eyes right now, checking in, and giving the love and gratitude for yourself for just showing up tonight, for investing in your wellness journey and your healing and transformation. As you saw on that mindset chart, that means that you're out of the fixed mindset. You're here receiving the support and help. And, we really appreciate that. And we admire that, that courage it takes to kind of come here, and that dedication to move forward on your journey. And we thank the field. So we always give thanks and gratitude to the field, the Tao Calligraphy Healing Field, and all those that you've connected with. Some of you connected with your spiritual fathers and mothers, your treasures. So in your mind, just close your eyes, use your mind power, feel, and give your love and gratitude from your heart. Feel that light. As you're giving your love and gratitude, you can imagine how they support you as well. We talk about giving and receiving, and these are some of the things that you can get better and better at as you join any of the programs, whether the individual or the group wellness program. So we look forward to having you come and support your own progress with these, and to see you at any of the other events. So thank you again, everyone, for coming. We thank you, Mom, Akara, Auntie Betty, Brian, Brittany, Jimmy, Kenshi, Amy, Joanne, Naomi, Jisoo, and Tamara, and Wendy. And if there's any others who join, we thank you for joining. Sorry if I missed you. And those who are watching online. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you
Have a
all.
wonderful evening and a wonderful rest of your week. Aloha.
Bye.
Until next time. Hope to see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Love you.
Wow.
Bye-bye.
Thank
Love
you.
you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
you. Take care.
Thank you, Lori.
Thank you, Auntie.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Take care.